Daily Words of God. If people believe in God and experience God's words with a heart that reveres God, then in such people there can be seen God's salvation and God's love. These people are able to testify to God. They live out the truth, and what they testify to is also the truth. What God is and God's disposition, and they live amid God's love and have seen God's love. If people wish to love God, they must taste God's loveliness and see God's loveliness. Only then can there be roused in them a heart that loves God, a heart that is willing to loyally expend for God. God does not make people love Him through words and expressions or their imagination, and He does not force people to love Him. Instead, He makes them love Him of their own volition, and He makes them see His loveliness in His work and utterances, after which there is born in them the love of God. Only in this way can people truly bear testimony to God. People do not love God because they have been urged to do so by others, nor is it a momentary emotional impulse. They love God because they have seen His loveliness. They have seen that there is so much of Him that is worthy of people's love, because they have seen God's salvation, wisdom, and wondrous deeds, and as a result, they truly praise God and truly yearn for Him, and there is roused in them such a passion that they could not survive without gaining God. The reason why those who truly testify to God are able to give a resounding testimony to Him is because their testimony is upon the foundation of the true knowledge and true yearning for God. It is not according to an emotional impulse, but according to the knowledge of God and His disposition. Because they have come to know God, they feel that they must surely testify to God and make all those who yearn for God know God and be aware of God's loveliness and His realness. Like people's love for God, their testimony is spontaneous. It is real and has real significance and worth. It is not passive or hollow and meaningless. The reason why only those who truly love God have the most value and meaning in their lives, and only they truly believe in God, is because these people live in God's light. They are able to live for God's work and management. They do not live in darkness, but live in the light. They do not live meaningless lives, but lives that have been blessed by God. Only those who love God are able to testify to God. Only they are God's witnesses. Only they are blessed by God, and only they are able to receive God's promises. Those who love God are God's intimates. They are the people beloved by God, and they can enjoy blessings together with God. Only people such as this will live to eternity, and only they will forever live under God's care and protection. God is for people to love, and He is worthy of all people's love. But not all people are capable of loving God, and not all people can testify to God and hold power with God. Because they are able to testify to God and devote all their efforts to God's work, those who truly love God can walk anywhere beneath the heavens without anyone daring to oppose them, and they can wield power on earth and rule all the people of God. These people have come together from across the world. They speak different languages and have different skin colors, but their existence has the same meaning. They all have a heart that loves God. They all bear the same testimony and have the same resolve and the same wish. Those who love God can walk freely throughout the world. Those who testify to God can travel across the universe. These people are beloved by God. They are blessed by God, and they will forever live in His light.